Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Tobin Talks. Thanks as always for joining. Last time we did a piece on the buyer's due diligence when they buy a residential property that will have a tenant in the property after closing. Today we're going to talk about the same thing from a commercial standpoint. You're a commercial buyer, investment obviously, and you're buying a property that has tenants in it. Unless you intend for that property to be empty and for you to be an owner-occupant, you're buying that property with a tenant in the property already, likely. In that case, there's a number of things you need to do as part of your due diligence prior to closing. Number one, you need to make sure you have a contract that provides you with what we call seller's deliverables. Among those seller's deliverables that a seller gives a buyer pursuant to a commercial property transaction is a lease, or all of the leases that are in place. That must be provided to the buyer prior to the expiration of the buyer's due diligence. The buyer needs to review all of the terms, monetary and otherwise. You need to see how much the rent is, when the increases are, what expenses the tenant is responsible for, what renewals they may have, what options to buy, what rights of first refusal, and what's included in the maintenance obligations. Those are all extremely important issues to an investor and will affect the investor's yield and ownership and value of the property. You also may want to check deeper into the lease to see what indemnifications there are in the event of a lawsuit. Is the tenant responsible? Are they going to have the obligation to indemnify the buyer? A lot of these things will affect the buyer's lender. So it's very important in a commercial transaction, if you are the buyer, to have somebody on your side who's familiar with these leases and can help you in the due diligence necessary in a commercial transaction. We thank you for joining in. We look forward to speaking to you. As always, we'd love to hear from you. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.